Hey there, my name is Dominic Persinger, and this is my campaign project for Comstrat 383 and Washington State University. This campaign is focused on organized sports options for students who are not already a part of a WSU athletics program. This campaign is relevant and necessary, especially right now, because COVID cut back so many in-person activities at every Washington State campus. But now intramural sports have returned, and that's an awesome thing for students. There's also just the fact that there's a lot of students who are actually interested in competing in organized sports, but they don't have an idea of actually where to sign up for them. This campaign is important because it will bring awareness to intramural sports activities across all campuses for the interested students, and then ideally, it will help contribute towards raising participation numbers in intramural sports. This is important to Washington State students because students who aren't a part of WSU athletics programs already, they still deserve athletic activities. They deserve this typical perk that the college experience consists of. Here's a SWOT analysis of the current situation of WSU athletic activities available for students. The strengths, they consist of the current WSU intramural sports website. It displays a schedule of upcoming events for students to sign up for. The campus has existing sports equipment, including the rec center and other sports equipment that are available at Pullman. And then there's a campus-wide communication system in place already. This helps for extracurricular activities. Some weaknesses, this includes how student reach is low sometimes, resulting in lower attendance and poor participation rates, and students have conflicting schedules at all times, which is challenging to maneuver around. There's multiple opportunities, however. This includes the various WSU social media channels to disperse information. This could include infographic flyers that guide students through the sign-up process for intramural sports. And we know there are multiple facilities throughout each WSU campus that are available for athletic activities for students. There are some potential threats, including budget for intramural sports through WSU's funding, and it's also hard to maintain consistent attendance. Many students are interested, but aren't necessarily going to also stay committed to an organized team. And then, of course, there are other personal student barriers that a lot of students have to overcome to even sign up. The best service WSU has to offer currently for students who want organized sports is, of course, intramural sports. This will benefit students the most who are competitive and enjoy playing sports. Ultimately, these activities are going to provide the students a fun and affordable way to get exercise, while also meeting other students with similar interests and potentially from other majors. Activities like this make college a great experience, and they establish community. There's also the fact that multiple sports are offered for intramural sports at WSU, making these activities attractive to students from different sports backgrounds. It benefits more students when there's multiple options. Here's my overall campaign overview. So my campaign theme is motivating interested students and emphasizing the benefits of student involvement at WSU. So students are aware many activities shut down during COVID, but this campaign is to let students know that things are back open at full speed, including in intramural sports. My objective is very simple and straightforward. I just want to provide students with the necessary resources to make signing up for intramural sports possible. I wanted to also raise participation numbers for intramural sports at every WSU campus, and not just Pullman. Here is the rest of my campaign overview. So my call to action is revolved around establishing awareness. As mentioned, students should get aware that signups are available for various sports. They should also see the benefits from signing up for them. This includes competing, exercising, and meeting students from other majors. For my message goal, I combined two message styles. I wanted to both inform and persuade the audience. I needed to inform them because it will help provide detail on the 5 W's, the who, what, where, and why of how to sign up for intramural sports. Then I need to persuade, or else I won't hold enough student attention for as long. I need to convince them and give them reasoning on why they should actually sign up. As mentioned earlier, social media reach is huge in this campaign. Many of these students are among the Gen Z's generation, and they're all heavy social media users, and many are following the WSU social media pages already. Email blasts will also be awesome in this campaign, because every student has a WSU email inbox. Ideally, we'll be able to reach all WSU students. While some students might not actually check their email enough, the potential exposure is still very high. To guide some traffic to the WSU intramural sports sign-up page, Some of the social media content and infographics could have QR codes. This enables student participation and pushes them further in the sign up process because it actually guides them to the sign up website. For creative ideas, this has already been covered, though I can talk about it a little bit again. The WSU social media team and controller of the social media blast will play crucial roles in spreading information in this campaign. They'll have to be able to spread information to interested students. Social media can also gather relevant student feedback. For example, I was thinking about doing a WSU poll for sports. So this could let the school know what sports are preferred among the students. This could definitely allow WSU to create intramural sports that we know the students will like, and this could have a higher turnout rate for the sport itself. So I made a creative infographic banner that's designed for social media, the WSU email blast, or just a traditional print advertisement that could be taped around the WSU campuses. It gives the students plenty of insight on the sign-up process for intramural sports. It informs them how the sports that were shut down over the pandemic are now back open for students. Then it gives them a link for where students can actually sign up for these sports. Because there's plenty of people who don't want to type in the link, there's an alternative where they can just use this QR code. It takes them directly to the same website. It's an easier process for the viewer, of course. I attached the best phone number and email for students who have any further questions. The contact information provided is built to answer students' sports questions. The bottom shows a couple benefits and has a call to action. Ideally, this flyer should place a student in the awareness stage and hopefully the consideration stage of the sign-up process. This campaign could definitely end up resulting in a year-round campaign style each school year, but the timeline for this one will focus on finishing this school year up and driving participation. This will cover most of the spring semester, and the sports will be promoted on the first Monday of each month. This content will display more important information for signups and specific sports that will take action this spring. I'll be using 3 key metrics for my campaign, each looking at different parts of the sign-up process. That's the awareness stage, consideration stage, and the conversion stage. The click rate, this will measure awareness and how many students are initially clicking on or landing on the intramural sports sign-up page in a way. This is the early part of the potential sign-up process. Then I'll look at the bounce rate. This will measure how long students are actually spending on the sign-up page. This will tell more about the consideration stage. And if students are spending more time on the page, then they're actually probably getting closer to signing up for a sport. Lastly, the conversion rate will tell me what percent of students are interacting and actually signing up. This is probably the biggest key performance indicator because it tells me if the campaign is effective enough to motivate students. If the conversion rate is fairly low, then something in the campaign isn't driving enough engagement. And there is my final presentation for my WSU campaign for students interested in organized athletic activities. Thanks for listening, and go Cougs!